In this video, we're continuing the Cusco campaign in multiplayer. Before you quit, whoa, hold up. Before you quit, just know that you don't need to watch part 1 to enjoy part 2. Here's a quick recap of what happened in part 1. We made some flute memes. Started as Cusco, a 4-province miner in the Andes Mountains. And yes, this was multiplayer. We used a small tribe to turn ourselves into animists. Collected gold because apparently the animist faith understands what gold is, but the Inti faith doesn't. Went to Mexico and collected the gold there. Bullied Portugal just a little bit. Then bullied Portugal a bit. Stole the Alaska player's gold mines. Killed the Mexico player. And I fought a war against Alaska and his buddies, namely Shimazu and Vermont. And in the process, I made the tallest empire to ever exist. Literally in the literal sense, tall. Like, we went from like Peru all the way to Alaska. Very, very tall nation. And now you're all caught up. Congratulations. You can watch part 2. More deving. No, I did not mean to dev that. Oh, I just griefed myself. Whatever. We sell titles and we do this. We get these and go bam, 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 bam. What do you call it? The volcano event just happened. Erupting a volcano, changing the price of grain everywhere to be, what is the price of grain now? 0.12. Alright, so this really sucks. Despite the grain thing, our money and our situation was looking amazing. We were the 3rd great power of the world. Yes, us, Cusco, the 3rd great power of the world. And overall, our nation was pretty nice. The main problem we had was that our ideas were very mediocre. And there's not really any formables in the New World to make as a native nation. Now we put these worries behind us and focus instead on deving and using the newly gotten Tech 17 to get universities in all of our tiles. Of course, deving is more expensive for us because we have these New World debuffs that are a part of the mod to nerf us. But essentially, we needed to focus on continuing our empire's growth now that we had so much land. We're making money. Woo, trees! Yeah, we're 384 ducats. We are the 3rd world power in dev. We have 2,616 dev. We have, in terms of manpower, we're a little bit lacking. We're not that high up. Is there anyone in the negative yet? No, there's no one negative yet. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in manpower. A riveting gameplay of continuously deving on mountains and jungle provinces with an insane debuff. I was getting a little bored. So when I heard that Andalusia and Texas were going to fight France and Ireland and they needed my help, I gladly accepted. Here we go, we just declared war on Ireland. Is a Louisiana a human being? Yes, they're all subjects. Ireland, which was formed by England, I know cursed, but that's kind of the EU4 meta right now to form Ireland as England. Ireland had 3 colonies in the New World. They had Louisiana, 13 colonies, and Canada. And that is especially scary considering that Ireland already on its own has about the same manpower as I did. This is not going to go that well. It still has to move a little bit, but yeah, this is not going to go that well, that battle. 6.1 morale now. It's gonna arrive the 8th of June. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have both events to pop still for advisors. I'd say we're outnumbered by like 100,000. I just won a big battle and I just stack wiped like 60k. Harambe Blessing, it has a different name in the mod. Front was a back and forth slugfest, and looking back in Iberia, Texas and Andalusia were making very little progress, and that's when I kind of wanted to leave the war. Luckily for us, that's when Ireland made us a deal. Leave the war now and he will give us money later. Of course he could be lying to us, but you know what I already chose. Yeah, I can't stay in this war. There's no way, dude. Look how much I have committed compared to everyone else. We do have the largest army in the world right now, but we are way over force limit. Yeah, we're 150 over force limit right now. And not only that, we have Cav in our army, so our army is like really expensive. So I'm just gonna delete this. We're gonna go theocracy, clerical state, merchant son.
Even with the discipline event, we have more.
This is how you get a bunch of manpower, chat. Just like this. It was time to form a new tag as Cusco. And that tag that I decided was Russia. Yes, Russia. We would go from Muslim flute-using Sigmas to becoming Sukabliet. Step 1 of our plan. First, step 1 is get 100 transports and get Imperialism CB. Step 2, send most of our army to Eastern Europe. Step 3, declare war on Russia. Step 4, snake Russia in the most disgusting fashion possible. Step 5, get counter-snaked by Poland. Oh wait, that's not part of the plan. Oh god, no. At least Ireland kept his part of the deal. And Potosi, the Enlightenment. But back to Eastern Europe, I still had a major problem. I was being blocked from forming Russia by Poland. And not only that, if I attacked Poland, I would have to also fight France, since he was very loyal to his alliance with Poland. That meant that with our crappy Incan ideas, we had to fight both France and Poland, who both have S-tier ideas and are going to outmatch us in morale, manpower, and discipline. I went into this war realistically knowing that there was like a 1% chance of victory. Yes, 1%. But I did it anyways. I recruited the help of the Turks, but at this point the Turks, the Ottomans, were incredibly weak. But you know, man, we went this far already, so I didn't care and I declared the war. Here we go. not working, so we called in help from our boys in Texas, Mr. Zlevic. I mean, I can't do anything if France commits 1.4 million here, and he's not doing military hegemon just so he can stay allied with Ireland, dude. We have to revout everything, man. Here we go. I got the cannons in Buzao. Oh, Scheista. This war was becoming another huge stalemate. Millions of men were dying in Eastern Europe for a cause they didn't even understand. And part of me did not even understand what was going on. I tried attacking from the north, but France was ready for me. I tried again in Mansour, but Poland was waiting for me. So I then decided I should just help on the Turkish and Texas front in the Balkans. Back at it again.
It's a better general to not fight him. Oh, they are fighting minus. Okay, I thought we are fighting minus the first round. So it's a perfect scenario over here.
Like it's gonna be very stalematey for a very long time unless someone joins or I don't know, they make a big mistake, but I don't think that's gonna happen, you know? Thing is, New World slots are just freaking cursed, okay? Especially in this mod, right, where you have this right here, plus 30 development, minus 20 manpower recovery, manpower, 33 manpower recovery. And we have no tag to form as Inca.
Okay.
Like, there's no New World tag that I can form that will give me better ideas than this. So, it's really cursed. I would like to make a multiplayer mod that makes New World slots and see how it goes. Maybe it's not good. We'll have to test it to see, but I don't know. I would like to make it playable New World slots. The reason why these are a thing is because Exodus is too OP. So I think you just ban Exodus, and then you get rid of these for non-colonies. Poland sent a stab hit, and we immediately accepted it. If you want to see what IRL low morale looks like, this is what it looks like. If you don't understand why our nation is not as strong as it was, is that in the late game, without the same ideas as nations like Poland and France, and also the much more inferior unit pips of native unit pips, which is what we had, and the New World debuffs, every single war that we fought against actual powers would have been an insane uphill battle with many stalemates. We had a fun ride. We started at a small little, 3 province minor, 4 province minor. We grew, we got bigger, we got stronger. We got all of the West Coast. We became the second highest dev nation in the game. But this is the end. Alright, so I know a lot of you guys were asking your questions like, how do you form Russia? There's a VOD. You can watch the VOD of last week or the week before. There's a way you can form Russia as Cusco. It would require a lot of culture, not a lot, some culture converting and a little bit of destating. About like 1,000 points of each, especially since we already have religious ideas. It shouldn't be too hard. And with enlightenment as well. So it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, we tested it out by like 1760, 1770. We could form Russia in single player. Multiplayer, on the other hand, France, I don't know, man. Anyways, I'm done with this lobby. Cusco did teach us the way of the flute. That's true. That's true. It did teach us the way of the flute. That's it for this series. I hope you guys enjoyed. And stick around lots more content to come. Netherlands Part 2, Lebanon finale, as well as a new single-player campaign as Albania. Subscribe, like the video, and share it. All 3 of those would help me so much. You don't even know. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.